Welcome back, guys. Going into the third and final hour here of week 37, I believe, of RollPlay Swan Song. How do you react, Tweet?
So before that happens, actually, so when we come back from the break, we come back from commercials and we fade in, but not on the sounds of like the bar or Piani with her fucking thumbs in your eyes, Higgs. We come back on this like open sort of plaza. There's a big piece of kind of abstract art, maybe like a hovering like blue globe with some like hollow like fish swimming around it or something. A nice green lawn, blue sky, and lots of people around. Young people carrying like bags. There's a couple of them like playing with like a hollow frisbee or something out on the lawn, and we pan up on a bench, like a stone bench, and there's a guy wearing like a polo shirt. He's got a leather like book bag next to him, and he's got his arm around a girl. And she's like crying. She's got her hands like on her face in her hands, and she's like crying, and not like hysterically sobbing, not like losing her mind sobbing, but like just like crying. And he's comforting her, and we hear him say like, "Oh, it's okay, it's okay. Like you only failed this time. You got another shot at it. It's gonna be fine." And she lifts her head and like takes her hands away from her face, and it's Piani's face. Like she looks exactly like Piani, different hairstyle. Obviously different clothes. Like she's dressed like kind of conservatively. She's like a pleated skirt on, and she turns and looks at him, and she shakes her head, and she's like, she says, "My parents are gonna be so mad." And then things start to like flicker and like come apart a little bit. They get a little like staticky. The sky kind of like blinks a little bit, and we can see through it to like the roof of the bar. The bench becomes like the seats of the bar, and we see like Piani overlaid, and she's looking at this guy who gets overlaid with Higgs, and it like flickers and then snaps out. And then Higgs, like, Piani's just been staring at you for a second after you said that. Now, like, Piani, you're the only one that experienced any of that. Like, and it came to you in like staticky bursts. Like it feels like you were remembering a thing that just happened, and you're overlaying in your head like Higgs just said something to you that upset you, and then this other thing, and you remember, like, you can still feel like the tears like on your face, and like you just like really disappointed somebody, but you can't quite like grasp onto it. It's like waking from a dream that's fading. What do you do?
Not
fast enough, you're dead.
Fucking do what to Pi?
Yeah, what if we just removed it? Got rid of it, Left it on the side of a curb and never talked to it again. Then I just take like another big sip. And keep drinking.
I
keep drinking until you respond. Basically is what happens.
I think it's exactly at this moment. Alfarius comes over.
Yeah, okay, so you came back, Alfarius?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, perfect. All right.
I have discovered some information on the ship. It is very important.
Okay. What's the information?
The ship is a lot better than ours.
At most, unfortunately, most are.
Yes, I found that to be true as well. The pilot is a man by the name of Bowman. He may have escaped from a prison. He is dangerous as well.
All right, well. And I kind
of stares at you expectantly, just.
I put my head
eyes.
back. Can I make a culture criminal roll to see what I know about Bowman?
About that name and the ship and stuff? Yeah.
Yeah, just specifically about the name.
Yeah.
What the fuck do you mean leave him on the fucking side of the road?
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's not.
Well,
that's on purpose. That's how awkward it is for Alfarius came in at that moment and does not understand.
I'm gonna make my roll.
Okay.
It's an 11. What do I know?
Everything.
The name Bowman. Nice. The name Bowman. Yeah, it's a last name. The guy's name is Antero Bowman. He's an Andonian bounty hunter. And he has a reputation for being like the survivor, the damaged survivor of an Andonian cultural protectorate isolation camp, which he broke out of and turned to bounty hunting.
Does he greet people by saying his first name and then the name of his homeworld? Like, Antero Andoni.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, that's a shame.
I know.
He should consider that.
Okay.
I'll suggest it to him when we meet him.
Okay, good.
So that's like 5 seconds long, and then I just like, okay, yeah, no, we'll deal with them. Yeah, no, we leave them on the side of the road. Piani, I'm just putting some feelers out there, seeing how you think about what you think about that.
I think it's a fucking terrible idea.
Okay, all right. I mean, I figured as much, but we'll start the process because I think
Piani
eventually.
says that.
Go ahead.
He starts backpedaling very slowly, and then kind of like pretends to drink, but he doesn't
Higgins,
really drink alcohol. Just kind of drinks.
why would you do such a thing?
Well, I mean, I think it's time that we let him go. Did you see? You know the conversation. I'm sure Pa told you the conversation. He's probably listening right now. He probably knows this is happening somehow. He's in your eye or something.
It's in your eye.
They've got
think
Wi-Fi
they're
in this
just
fucking
paranoid.
bar.
You're just fucking paranoid.
I'm not paranoid. Pa says some weird shit, man. He does some weird stuff.
Higgins, you're full of fucking. You are the king of weird shit.
Yeah, but I'm a human. That's in my nature. He's a fucking AI. He's not supposed to be weird. He's supposed to be absolute and AI-ish.
No,
Bitch.
just because it's artificial doesn't mean it's not intelligence.
Well, Eric agrees with me, and then I just take a big drink. I said that.
I turn to Eric and I'm like, "What do you mean? You agree with Higgs?"
They're all drinking. No one can respond.
Just like,
Yeah.
I'm not even actually
I'm
drinking.
trying to
I'm just
drink.
like holding the liquid against my mouth.
I'm just trying to drink, and then I finish my drink, but I'm still like putting it up to my mouth, waiting for Eric to respond.
With all the nervous energy, Alfarius is like trying to divert himself. He starts like talking to someone else, like leans into whisper, and is like, "I'm very uncomfortable right now."
Who do you say that to?
Just a random patron at the bar.
Some
Yeah.
random person.
Like trying to strike up conversation.
A woman came up to
you
get
say-
a drink.
I was
and
gonna say,
he's
yeah,
just
you say it to a woman that's standing next to you, and she looks at you and she says, "That's funny. So am I." And she like takes her drink and walks away.
Eric, I'm gonna ask you again. What does
Well-
Higgs mean when he says Eric agrees?
I've never said that. But robots are kind of scary.
See, robot. I slam my drink down on the table or the cup. Robots are scary, Piani, and they're scaring the shit out of me right now.
What?
I think
He's
over
not-
your guy's shoulder, you can see me like adjusting the deck, like the strength of the counter. Like I'm just like, oh wow, this is really good.
Yeah, like, looking
Good,
at the
strong
bartender.
counter
Yeah,
right
good,
here.
good tough bar.
And I
He's like,
shake it a little bit, like, oh yeah, 3 inches standard. I like that. It's good.
Awesome.
Like out of focus, Alfarius behind you guys, like
Mhm.
really analyzing the
Eric, are you scared of the robot or are you scared of Pi?
Oh, it's not the pie robot specifically. It's kind of all of them. It's just that machines make a lot of sense to me, except for robots, because robots are kind of like people, and people don't make sense to me at all. So it's like there's a thing that makes sense combined with things that don't make sense, and I don't like it.
A fucking robot is just a fucking piece of machine that just fucking does things it's instructed to do.
I kind of like that about robots. Don't I mean? I think that's pretty. It's good quality to do. To have.
I mean, that's true for service robots, but for something like an artificial intelligence or a virtual intelligence, it's unnerving.
I
That's all.
Yeah.
But I don't really mind the pie robot.
no, you hate him, Eric. You hate him.
No,
No, you've told me
Hates? It's such a strong word.
you dislike the pie robot. Is what those are the direct words. Pie, play it back. I was kind of like look up, like oh yeah. I mean, okay, he's useful sometimes. All right, but I think
I assume
I
this
think
will
you
be
know-
the last conversation we have about Pi
no,
leaving
this
the
is going to
ship.
be yes. We're not going to have it on the ship because if he knows I'm trying to get him off, he'll kill me. Because I think the War Mind has talked to him. I think he's got other motives, and I'm just worried about him being on the ship. And I'm just saying, putting my foot down that I don't think he's going to be on the ship very long.
You know, we've had 2 run-ins with the Warmind. You ever stop to think that maybe he's the one who'll be able to help us in those situations?
The Warmind or Pi?
Pi?
You ever think that the reason we've had these 2 run-ins is because Pi's on the ship?
You
The
know,
reason we've had the 2 run-ins have been completely coincidental.
I don't think so.
Oh,
Did
you just took a job to go to a fucking space station?
Mr. Higgins,
Maybe you're the reason Warmind's coming after us, Higgs.
Well, why I do
Mr.
like that ego-boosting comment, I do not believe that's true, Peony.
Higgins,
You're the one who chooses the missions, do you not?
Eric, Eric, go ahead.
if you're worried about the Warmind changing Pi, then maybe you should also be worried about Pi changing the Warmind. If you want to get rid of Pi and Peony doesn't, maybe the answer is to try and make certain that Pi influences the Warmind more.
Or, and I like lean forward and grab the bottle and pour a drink. Maybe I leave Pi and Peony out the curb, but then I just take another drink.
Oh.
I like grab my cup and I like motion, you know, because you have the bottle to fill it up.
Yeah.
I kind of like what you're doing, put the glass down, shakily pour it into the cup that you're holding.
I pick it up, I look at you, I toss the shot, and I just take the shot glass and just drop it and just fucking walk out the door.
Yeah, Eric sort of like brings himself up to his full height and like sort of screws up his mouth. He says, "Mr. Higgins, if you leave Peony on the curb, then you'll have to leave me with her."
Oh, yeah, okay. All right.
He
Well,
finishes
go.
his glowing blue whatever, and then he storms off after Peony.
She's not going to fuck you, Eric. It's not happening.
I think as they storm out, you can kind of see Alfarius on stage fumbling with the mic, and he's about to sing karaoke. Yes.
Yeah, I turn around and just go, what the fuck? And you just break into the first song.
Yeah, Alfarioke is the best.
Yep.
Awesome.
Okay, I just sit there and listen to the karaoke and reminisce on what just happened.
So,
Prepping it.
Peony, do you leave?
I do. I go back to ship.
Okay. Eric, do you go after her?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we'll cut Alfarius comes into focus. Maybe we get that shot, the 2 of them, like Higgs and Alfarius in the same shot, and it's initially focused on Higgs, and then Alfarius takes a deep breath and then doesn't say anything as the words start, and it like the focus.
This reminds me of the
shifts.
scene from Angel where they would do karaoke with the
Demon.
demon. Yeah, or with demon. Yeah. If you've ever seen that show, it's exactly what's happening right now.
Yeah. So it shifts the focus over to Alfarius, and that starts, and then we fade out to the sound of the music, but outside as you come out onto the street. It's raining. There's like neon signs everywhere advertising all kinds of stuff in a bunch of different languages. So you're lit by these neon signs, and maybe like a rickshaw goes by, pulled by like a VI drone or something with some people in it. So they go by, and Peony, you come out into the street, and then Eric, you emerge right behind her.
Yeah. I'm not saying anything. I'm just following Peony.
Okay. All right. So the 2 of you make your way back to the ship.
Is that where you're
Yeah.
headed, Peony?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. When you get back to the dock where the ship is, you notice there's what looks like a beggar or like a vagabond or something, someone who's like dressed in like rags, basically, standing by the ship and like looking up at it, and they look like they're like taking pictures.
I guess just because I'm annoyed, like maybe I would, but since I want to take out my anger on someone, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
All right, so you're like, yeah, what the fuck are you doing? And the person stops and turns and sees you, and then panics and runs and like runs off down an alley.
Eric
Yeah,
fires off some psionics to like grab the guy's leg and trip him.
Fires some psionics. Just load up.
Shoots them from his psionic fingers.
Okay, so what psionic power are you using?
Let me take a look at the list. Something telekinesis, something.
Telekinetic leg swipe.
Ah, yes.
Objects can only be manipulated as if with one hand, but up to 200 kilos can be lifted or force exerted at a strength 18. So I think this is telekinetic press. But
Okay.
it is saying this force lacks enough fine coordination to successfully attack a mobile target.
Okay, so no, not that.
So
one.
probably I'm using complex manipulation, which is the level 3 instead.
Okay. All right. So spend the points,
Okay.
and I guess I'll give him a mental effect save to try to avoid.
Makes sense to me.
Okay. Let me roll of the dice. I need a 15 or better. And I get a 1.
Get
so-
fucked.
Yeah, you just grab him. He falls, hits his head on the ground, and dies.
Yeah, dead.
No, but I think I think he trips. He's running really hard away from you. You reach out with your mind, trip him up. He stumbles, falls hard into the side of like a garbage container, like bangs his head and then like falls onto the ground, and he's like stunned. He's like holding his head. His camera like lands nearby.
Yeah, I immediately go for the camera.
Okay. Yeah, you walk over and pick it up. Okay. Eric, what are you doing?
I guess I just sort of walk forwards, and
Okay.
I just stand in front of him. I like hold out a hand and I say, "Stop."
Okay, he's babbling in Cantonese. You hear, I mean, you understand him, Piani. He's basically just like mumbling, like "Don't hurt me, I'm sorry," and like kind of covering his face.
I
as you
respond
approach.
back in Cantonese, like, "What are you doing?"
He says, the man told me take photos of the ship. I don't know. He said he would pay me.
What man?
So he starts to like come to, kind of, he can like see again, and like looks up at you, and like, cause you're standing backlit by the like floodlights that are illuminating the docking area.
Right.
So he just sees a silhouette, and he holds his hand up, and he says, I don't know his name.
Where are you gonna meet this man? With the pictures?
He points at the camera, which is obviously like way too expensive for this guy to own it. He says, he said that it would send them automatically. I didn't have to meet him. That he would send someone with the money tomorrow.
Do we
Please
know enough
let me
about
go.
like
Eric, you don't
computers
understand. You don't understand any of what they just said though, because they're speaking Cantonese.
Yes.
Okay. Where were they gonna send the money?
He says not send, bring. He was going to pay me in local script. I don't have an account. Please just let me go.
I guess I kind of whisper to Eric, like, we need to find out who did this.
I agree.
I think we should
He
keep
has no
him.
information.
But if they're going to deliver the money, the person who delivers it will.
So he's going to give the pictures to someone who's going to pay him for them.
Right? Oh, I guess I explained to him the situation, like, because you didn't understand that.
So
So
he
yeah,
said
actually-
the pictures are being transferred automatically.
Yeah, which I think we can still. I think like I can still use a compad to like look at what he took, but
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any way we can intercept the sending, or is it already done?
it's done.
Hmm.
I mean, I assume it's right.
Take a look at it.
Yeah, let me take a look
Okay.
at it.
So it's like a fairly nice like a 3D camera. It's got like the multiple lenses on the front. The readout on the back, yeah, there's a progress bar that's about 90%. It says uploading. It's got a little
Oh, it
smiley
does?
Wi-Fi. Yeah.
Can I cancel the upload?
Yeah.
All right. Well, then I cancel it on the picture.
Okay, so just
Or on the
hit
camera.
hit the touch screen, and it says like upload canceled. And I think the guy he wouldn't see you doing it, but he's just like, please, can I go?
Should we take pictures of another ship?
I guess we have to see what's on this. We can't just have half the pictures of one ship and half the pictures of another.
True. Yes.
But okay, so Adam, if the upload didn't complete, does that mean 90% of it did, or?
Make a luck check.
Oh fuck. Okay.
See how this OS works. If it blasts them or does them one at a time.
Is it a zip file or is it individual files?
Exactly. That's the question.
All right, here goes nothing.
It's individual files.
Okay, yeah. So there's some percentage of them that have already made it to the source.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then I guess in a panic, then
Mm-hmm.
I actually I guess I turn to Eric and say like, oh fuck, what if they don't pay him because not all of them sent? So maybe I like run
Take a
back
couple
over
more
to
really
Swan
quick.
Song. Yeah, but some like really fucking horrible pictures by comparison. You know, like this picture is garbage. It's not going to do anything.
I turn to the guy and I point at him and I say, "Stay here," and then I go running after Piani. And once I catch up to her, I say, "Piani, if we take new pictures, can you use your data pad to backtrace the signal routing and figure out who they're being sent to, or at least some sort of communications number, maybe something you could trace?"
I sure as fucking try.
All
I
right.
just sit there and like snap a bunch and connect this thing to my data pad. And let
Okay.
me see if I can do some magic.
Okay, sure.
All right. Oh, I can use my thing. Computer.
Computer magic.
And
Okay. With a 9, yeah, so it's relaying from here. What are you trying to get? Like, what kind of information?
maybe I could actually get, some sort of like, okay, just throwing it out here in like sci-fi computer world, right?
Yeah, for real.
I would
Fine.
imagine that like they would still need to be relatively near. And so maybe I'm looking for a destination address that I could tell like, oh, this is an IP of like that belongs to a ship class, or this is something that belongs to a wireless transmitting receiver, and
It's a
then
dude's
can I
personal
track it?
GPS data pad.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
And is it possible to track?
So it tracks. You trace it from here to the local comms hub. There's basically just like paid like Wi-Fi all over the planet. So it goes from here to the local antenna. From that system, you can trace it to like basically an exchange data storage facility. So it's just being stored to be picked up later, basically like a Dropbox.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So,
Well, we could potentially get into that and clear it.
or we could just wait there. Wait, it's electronic.
So is it a physical
Yeah,
place?
it's not like a
someone
literal
has to go?
place. No, it's not a literal place. But yeah, you might be able to like
delete
set a
the pho-
trap or something.
But
Or yeah, you could get
if
access
we-
to it and delete it. It is
if we-
encrypted, but
If we delete the photos, they won't come for payment, and then we're just shit out of luck. We either have to let them have the photos and get them when they come to pay. And I guess when I say that, I like look over at the guy to make sure that he's still there. And in fact, we should probably walk towards him. So I start doing just that.
okay. He's standing there. He looks like he's trying to like he's got an inhaler and he's like trying to like breathe something out of it and like shaking it and then like trying to take hits from this inhaler and it doesn't seem to be doing anything.
Mm.
And he's getting pissed about it. And then eventually he throws it on the ground and it breaks.
The
inhaler,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, the inhaler. Okay.
Yeah. So you walk over, and now that he's standing up, you're not casting a shadow on him. You can see him. Yeah, he's like probably in his 50s, super skinny, wearing like lots of layers that are filthy, and his whole like mouth is just like blue. His teeth are like black. Yeah, you walk over and he's like, you can see him. He's like vibrating, basically.
What is that? Do I know what that means?
I mean, he's all fucked up on something.
He's shivering.
Right. But I mean, like, is culture criminal enough that I could like be like, oh yeah, this guy's on like an acetapic LSD that comes from the.
Yeah. I mean, you can make a roll.
All right, let me make a culture criminal then. See if I know what.
Yeah, roll it with your intelligence. Actually, no, roll it with wisdom because you're looking at his symptoms.
All right, wisdom is something I get a bonus to. Fuck yeah! Finally. Oh. 7.
Okay. It looks like blue fever. Like it looks like some aerosolized version of blue fever. Yeah.
Okay.
And he looks like he's pretty badly off on it. He's a significant addict.
So I say, where exactly are they meeting you tomorrow?
He says, he's less of like, you can see that he's like now like less concerned about like getting beat up or whatever. Like you've kind of lost your initial like threatening edge, and he looks at you and he says, give me my camera back and I'll tell you.
We're like right up on him now, right? Like two angles blocking him from running away.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just standing there being menacing because I can't understand what they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You got backup, Peony.
Yeah, just being ominous.
Yeah. Well, you're not gonna get your camera till we get the guy that wanted these pictures.
Okay. He shakes his head. He says, "No, give it back," and he like reaches for it.
Oh, I totally like, you know.
Just hold it behind you.
Yeah. I try to keep it out of his reach.
Okay. Yeah, he's like getting like antsy and weird, and he just like gets up in your face, and he smells terrible. He's all like wet too, so he smells like a terrible wet guy. And he's just like, "No, give it back to me," and he's like trying to like snatch.
I kind
it
of push
from-
away. I'm like, when's the last time you had a meal?
He kind of like looks confused. What?
When's
that
the
matter?
last time you ate?
I don't know. I don't care. Give me my camera back.
Why don't you just you, me, Eric, and the camera go in the ship and have a meal, and we'll figure it out.
Make a persuade check.
Peony, I'm hungry. Can we go?
I'm cold and boring.
Yeah.
I have nothing to
Wait.
contribute. Let's go inside.
Is that charisma? So, damn. 10?
So charismatic. Okay. All right. So he looks at the ship and looks at you, looks at the camera, looks at Eric, and he nods. He's like, "Okay, we can go inside."
Okay. So I guess like as we like take Eric inside, or excuse me, as Eric and I go inside with this guy, and kind of put him in front of us to like walk on the ship, I kind of lean into Eric and say, "I've got one more idea about that Dropbox. So take out a friend to the mess hall, and I'll meet you there shortly."
Oh, okay. Does he speak space common or space
Oh.
fight?
English. The language is English.
I ask him in Cantonese. Do you speak English?
He shakes his head. No English. He maybe says that in English.
how much Cantonese have I taught Pi?
I think Pi could probably just learn Cantonese or translate on the fly.
Okay.
Yep.
I just say that Pi will translate, and then I like rush back to my room real quick.
Okay.
Okay. So we leave. We'll like leave you. I want to go see what Alfarius and
Sure.
Higgs do. But
Sure.
so we see. Yeah, the last thing we see then is like this like filthy drug addict on the ship next to Eric and Pi, like Pi's robot body walking up, and the guy being like and like jumping behind Eric,
Yeah.
hiding from Pi.
Sure.
So after karaoke times, what are the two of you gonna get up to? Higgs, Rajani sends you an address for like an apartment where y'all can hang out while you're on the planet.
Okay. Well, how many songs does Alfarius sing?
That's a good question. I don't know, Alfarius.
How long do you go on?
I think I get through most of one, and then people basically ask me to get off.
They just boo you out.
Politely.
They don't. It's not. I think it's a pretty classy bar, so they don't boo me off. They just like are like, all right, one song per person, which is not a rule.
Gotcha. All right. I guess after the song's over, we got location of the apartment. If you just want to head there, maybe do some more research on this Antaro Bowman feller.
Yes, fantastic.
Okay. Good work singing that song. That's a brave man. I wouldn't get up there.
Thank you very much. He keeps walking.
Okay. I guess we just head to the apartment. Just have there's not important conversation.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, you get to the apartment. It's nice. It's a really nice apartment. It's up above the like smog layer. So you get this nice view of like, I don't know if you've ever seen like pictures of like heavily polluted areas with tall buildings. Beijing has a bunch of these if you look them up. But there's like a layer of cloud lit from underneath, so it's kind of like orange and blue. And then you're in this like apartment above that, so you can see all of these other like spires sticking up out of the smog. And one wall of the building is just like a huge window, like a huge clear glass window. Everything in here is like very modern, and when you come in, like the lights glow a little bit. It's like a five bedroom, like a penthouse, basically. And the house has like a VI that activates when you come in, that like asks you if you need anything.
Okay.
And, like welcomes you by name. It's like, welcome home, Captain Higgins. Can I get you anything?
You got a name? Miss the VI, what
Yeah, so the VI is just a voice right now. It replies, it says, no, but if you'd like, I can encode one. You can address me by whatever you prefer.
let's call you Tommy. Does that work?
Tommy. Yes, that's fine.
All right,
Thank
Tommy.
you, Captain.
Tommy, shut up. Don't ever talk to me again or anyone else that enters this building.
I understand, sir. If
Nope,
you need access
nope,
to
you're
any of
talk-
my facilities, and yeah, I mean, it's shutting down, but it's like, if you need access to any of my facilities, please use the keypad available on any surface. And you see, like, nearby, like, a hollow keyboard, like, it glows slightly and then fades out.
Okay. I just look back. I'm just like, I'm not in the mood for that, Alfarius. I don't mean offense. I don't mean offense to you at all. Okay? We good?
Yes. All
right. Well, I don't know when they're gonna be back. I think I pissed them off. They might just stay in Swan Song tonight, but I'm gonna get some shut eye. I'm tired after the long trip.
I will check on the others.
Okay. Who knows where they went? Might want to try giving them a call. But this is open to all, so make sure they come back here. It's probably safer.
Will do.
All right. See you tomorrow. Have a good night. And I guess I shut the door.
Yeah, light blue, like running lights, lead you down the hallway to your room, Higgs. It's like a big room, like huge bed. Again, like beautiful view. The windows like auto become like opaque or transparent instead of having like blinds that close. There's a big holo display and then a sidebar. And then like you have your own like big like expensive looking fancy bathroom.
All right.
I step out of the door and I comms Piani and Eric.
Okay. All right. So, Piani, you get the call when you're in your room. What did you run to go and do?
So, I guess while I was like kind of thinking about the Dropbox, I was like, maybe I could actually put something in the Dropbox to find out like what accesses it. Right, like
Okay, so you want
someone
to like.
grabs it, I get an IP back, or I get a something.
Oh
back.
yeah, like a trap file or whatever,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a worm or something. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Okay, that'll like get picked up along with the photo files, or
Right.
the video files. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Why don't you make a computer roll to set that up?
Okay. I will do that. And
Really, we just need to hit up NBN, get some tracer ice, slap it on that thing.
Get out of here.
hold
I
on.
know that guy ain't got
Right.
the credits to fight
Okay.
it.
Oh wait, I can't use alternate outcomes on non-combat things, can I?
I don't know.
Fails an attack roll, saving throw, or skill check.
That was a skill check. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna use my
Use your banked success.
I'm gonna use my bank success, and I'm gonna try to roll that one more time.
Okay.
Let me do that. Computer. Okay, I'll take that.
Nice. Yeah, that's much better. Okay. So you whip up a file. What do you disguise it
Wait,
as? Or is it
don't
just...
we get to see the failure? We're like, I'm whipping up the file, and then all of a sudden it fast forwards and someone grabs the photo files and the Swan Song explodes. And I'm like, that's not good.
Yeah, you start like assembling the code and then realize, like maybe some of the like parts of the code start to glow, and then you like blink a couple of times and now they're different. Like it just never happened. Like you coded them properly the first time. Okay, cool. So you code up a new file. What are you setting it to like pretend to be? Like just a photo, one of the photos?
No, that annoying ass fucking like info file that's on every goddamn digital camera that you've ever put on connected to your computer. That's what it is.
Awesome. It's like it's like when you move a bunch of files from OS X to Windows, and it's like, what the fuck is this MS
DS
info dot
store,
whatever DS store? Yeah,
DS
fuck, okay.
store.
All right, cool. So you just like fake it to look like one of those and chuck it in the Dropbox. It'll alert you. You'll get a message when the file is read, and it'll try to infiltrate the system and give you an address.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. And then you get a call when you're like you hit execute, and then
I get a call.
Okay. You get a call from Alfarius.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Hello?
Yes, Piani, this is Alfarius. I understand that you and Eric are somewhere else. I just would like to know your location so I can advise on safety.
We're on the ship. I'm in my room. Eric's in the mess hall.
Excellent. I believe Captain Higgins wants to stay in the apartment, so I will probably stay somewhere between there and here if you need me.
Oh, that's great. It's a perfect opportunity to go through Higgins' room. I mean, sure. We'll be here on the ship.
Naratumba Mama.
Goodbye.
Okay. So, Eric, you are in the mess with a robot and your new friend. Who
I've made 2 large plates of scrambled eggs.
Okay.
And toast.
You don't know how to make an omelet, right?
What?
Oh,
Fuck no.
Oh.
All right.
Omelets suck.
That's right. So he's eating and dripping very dirty water all over the floor. And he and Pi have had a short conversation in Cantonese, and Pi has basically just told you like he's very hungry.
Me too.
Okay, so you're sitting
Yeah.
are you sitting there eating too? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what you come back to, Piani.
To them eating eggs?
Yeah.
Is there a plate for me?
I don't know.
Is there?
Is there?
Make a luck roll. Make a luck roll.
Yeah, no, I would definitely have made a plate for Piani as well.
Okay. All right, so yes, there's food for you.
All right.
There's probably
And
like I just made like a bunch of extra eggs, so like
shitload of
when
eggs.
Alfarius gets here, there's gonna be enough for Alfarius, but
Did you make
probably
that
not
luck
enough.
roll? Did you get eggs, Alfarius?
I actually
That
passed my luck roll, so you probably.
Okay, cool.
All right,
Alfarius,
yeah,
eggs
Alfarius gets
for
eggs.
everybody.
I guess I just start eating my eggs.
Okay. All right. So what do you want to do? What do you want to talk to this guy about? So he's pretty distracted by the food. But you can tell like he's looking around at like the stuff in here, trying to decide if he can like make off with anything.
Right, as I'm sure the reason he wanted the camera too.
Yeah. The camera's it's
Be
not
like,
his camera.
so
He's
I'll
gonna
just-
sell it.
I'd just say, look, the guy who had you taking pictures, he's not a nice man. I'm sure you don't care, but I'd like to confront this man, and I'll make sure you're taken care of.
He looks at you and kind of squints, and he says, "You're from Majid."
I am?
Points to himself. I am too. A long time ago. Ended up in this shithole. Shakes his head. You should go home. See your parents. Keeps like eating. How old
But-
are you?
What kind of question is that?
Just answer.
About 30 or so.
He says, I have a daughter, a little younger than you. Keeps eating his eggs.
Is she on Majid?
He shrugs. What do I know? I haven't talked to her in years.
What do you know? Well, then, I mean, geesh.
He
Is she
looks at-
still on Majid? Was she when you last knew her? Saw her?
He says, I don't know. She married some asshole. She's a lawyer now, I think. We haven't spoken in years. I'm just saying, go home, see your parents. Don't be disrespectful.
When do you guys want to get him addicted to some drugs? Or
Oh, he's already about as addicted as he's gonna get.
okay, good. Just make sure.
Yeah. How do
Um,
you feel about heroin?
I'm pretty sure that I have no idea where my parents are or if they are still alive.
Yeah, you haven't seen them in a long time.
Yes. So I would just say, I can't. I guess like you, I haven't seen him in a long while. In fact, since I've left Majid.
Nods. Keeps eating, and he says, people have no respect for their family. Shrugs.
Well, out here, my family's a little different. It's basically the crew of the ship. Have you ever been in space travel before?
He says, only once to get me from there to here.
Don't like space.
Can't afford it. Too expensive. I have other things I have to pay for.
What did you do on Majid anyway?
Kind of like, he looks at you. He says,
I was present.
I worked, yeah. He says, I worked for the Mandarnate. Worked in a factory. Ore processing.
And why'd you leave?
He's like, you're from there. You should know. No opportunities there. Not for people like me.
Well, no offense, but doesn't look like there was much opportunity here.
He just laughs. Yeah. Opportunity for different things. I came for business. Found other things. Now I'm trying to forget before I die.
You found other things. What do
He
you
grins, this big like black smile, like all his teeth all like rotting.
Blue.
Says,
Would it not?
no, they're like indigo.
They're
like
so blue,
Very,
they're
very
just
dark
black.
blue. Yeah.
Excellent.
mean? And wait, so what was he? I asked
He's
him,
like, I found other things, and
and
like
he just grins.
grinned at you all gross. Yeah.
Tell me, what do you mean you found other things?
He just says, why are you so curious? I thought you wanted to know about the pictures.
I'm curious about everything. It's just who I am.
He laughs. It's like, it's going to get you killed.
it has almost done that just many times.
You're a very strange girl.
Just don't whatever. I've been told that before. Yeah.
She shoots him in the head. Yeah, just shoots him in
Yeah.
the head.
And
Yeah.
then it's like Sicarian taught me this one. Pah.
His name loosely translates to Randy. So yeah, so what's your like he's just being like kind of like pushy and like trying not to talk about anything important. He's being like evasive.
So I guess then, like after, if there's like a change, I say, so what are they supposed to come and get you? I mean, give you the money?
He looks at you and he says, tomorrow afternoon. And he says, public square near where they found me. Not far from here, maybe an hour walking.
All right, look, how about you stay here for the night? We'll feed you again. We'll get you some new clothes even. Well, we'll give you new clothes after everything's said and done. Don't want them thinking anything's weird. You'll get your money. Me, I'll get my guy.
He's like shaking his head. He's like, no, I can't stay here overnight.
Well, why is that?
So you can see he was like eating, and now you hear maybe he like goes quiet, and you can hear the like clattering of the fork like on the plate, like he's holding it and it's like shaking, and he like tries to hold it down.
I
and he's
mean,
like,
I obviously, like, just by observation, I know exactly why.
yeah, he's all
I'm like,
fucking strung out. He needs a
Then-
a fix,
then-
and he's not gonna last the night.
what if I take care of that for you?
Then yeah, now he's paying attention. He's like, yeah, okay, if you can help me with my problem, I'll stay on the ship as long as you want.
All right. I'll go buy some drugs then.
Okay, are you gonna go by yourself?
No, I was gonna definitely stop by and talk to Alfarius.
You just like leave. you stop talking in Cantonese, get up and walk away, and Eric's like, Piani, you didn't finish your eggs.
Pi, if you would, translate the last 10 minutes to Eric.
So
Okay.
yeah, so Pi turns to you and says,
Eric's okay.
well, Eric, first, Piani said, and starts to like, when Piani leaves,
Eric
when
is
Piani
like this.
leaves, when Piani
Eric's
leaves,
sign of okay is excellent.
the guy picks up the plate and put like Piani's plate, puts it down on his, which is now empty, and starts eating Piani's eggs that she didn't finish.
That's fine.
Okay, so let's cut to Alfarius and Piani. So where are you, Alfarius? Do you just find like a hotel or something to stay at?
No, he's not going to sleep that night. He
Okay.
he literally is like in the middle ground in some kind of he's like watching people and stuff in the area, the local area.
Okay, yeah, I mean this there's, I mean it's not 24 hours, but whatever the local equivalent of 24 hours. There's lots of places that are open all the time. Yeah, so maybe we pan in on Alfarius, and you're sitting like in the front window of like a very flashy like bubble tea place or something. There's like a big like panda with a space helmet holding two like bubble teas on the hollow logo, with little bubbles like flying out of it.
Okay.
There's a group of girls sitting like nearby you wearing like bright like pink and green and blue like neon outfits, and they're like sharing a little audio player, like taking turns listening to something and like laughing to each other in Korean.
Okay.
Behind you, there are like rows of terminals with mostly like young men like huddled over like holo displays playing games. And we see Piani. We follow Piani in. And Piani, when you open the door, there's like a little jingle, and it like sings something in Korean to you. And then you see Alfarius sitting in the window, looking intently out as the traffic goes by.
I guess I just say, Alfarius, I've got a small job for us. I can't do it alone. Would you like to accompany me?
He stands up and looks at her and puts down his bubble tea and says, I would very much so like to.
Okay. I just, I say, follow me.
Okay. All right, so you head out into the night. So you've never bought drugs on this planet before, or I mean, I don't know. Maybe you've bought drugs on other planets, but where do you go? What do you do?
Can I roll culture criminal?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Look at me.
I pull out 2d6 from my pocket.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
What is
All right.
culture criminal intelligence or?
In this case, it'd be wisdom because you're trying to find like a place that isn't going to be like unsafe or like crazy expensive.
Let me help
Okay.
you. Let me see if I can help you.
I do also have bonus to wisdom, which is okay.
I do not help you.
All right, Alfarius is not going to help you on this particular score.
I don't know drugs.
6.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, I think you. How do you go about like getting drugs? Do you just like try to find like you go to a club and like ask around? Do you like just wander around waiting for someone to offer them to you? What's your strat?
My strat is that I believe that Mr. Blue Teeth probably got his drugs around where he hung out as well. So maybe I would go to this square that he told us about.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So the square, it has a statue. It's like a big open square, mostly concrete. There's a statue in the middle. There's some like dead plants in some like planters around the edge. There are a lot of like. There's probably like 20 people or so here, clustered up in little groups around the outside. Some of them are like under like plastic sheeting that they've like strung up between like a dead tree and the wall. They're huddled down, hiding from the rain. There are a couple of like flickering lights in a like a side area, and yeah, the square like immediately gives you like Alfarius. This is like a bad scene. There are a lot of people around here that like everybody kind of like notices you approach and are all sizing you up. But you don't see anybody that's like actively armed. Like you don't see weapons.
Well,
or,
I have Alfarius with me too, right?
yeah, that's what I was saying. I was saying that to Alfarius.
Okay.
Alfarius
Okay.
notices that this is like
Okay.
a sketchy situation, but you also feel like probably pretty like confident that you could handle your shit here.
But also, that's exactly the situation she asked to be in. So he's alert to it, but he's not like, we got to get out of here type of thing.
Yeah.
So I would like to scan the area to find the most strung out person that I see in the square.
Okay. So I mean, I don't know how you like. There's a bunch of people that look like they're not all here around. It's not too hard to find someone to talk to.
All right. So I would like to find someone who's kind of off to the side and not, hi,
Okay.
I'm Yanni and I'm talking to this person, right? So like,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. There's a woman nearby. She's got like a garbage bag or something like wrapped around her shoulders, and she's like huddled up under like a sign that's broken and sort of tipped forward. She's still totally like soaked, and lying around like her feet, like she's sitting on the ground, lying around her feet are a bunch of like empty glass vials, and she's just like muttering to herself when you walk up.
I think I pick one up and I just kind of, I'm like, where do I get some?
She looks up at you and she's just like you catch like her face in the light from the broken sign, and her pupils are huge and she just kind of like looks right through you, and while you're talking to her, Alfarius, you see someone approaching. They're standing upright and like walking like confidently but not like aggressively towards you,
Towards me?
like towards the like Piani and then you by extension.
Okay. I move side by side to Piani then and just watch them kind of walk up.
Okay. All right. So it's a woman. She's got a raincoat on. She's dressed better, not great, but better than the people here. And she walks up to you, Piani, and as she's approaching, she says, she's like, why are you harassing my customers?
Because I want to be a customer. I think
And yeah, you catch she grins. You only see her like the reflection of her eyes, and you catch like the light reflect off her teeth as she grins under her hood, and she says, "Well, that's different." She like gestures with her head. She's like, "Come on." And she
Like
turns
to
and like
follow?
starts to walk. Yeah. She wants to
where's
follow
she
her.
taking? Like where What's
You can see there's
down?
like an alley off to one side.
Okay, can I use Omen to determine if I go with her, if I will
Yes, you
experience
certainly
physical or mental distress in the next 10 minutes?
Definitely. Yeah. So you pause a moment and let the
pass?
psychic waves wash over you. No, you won't. This doesn't feel. You don't feel that sense of like if you walk this path, you will be hurt.
Okay.
It feels not safe, but yeah.
Okay, then I mean, obviously in real time, it's like not even thinking about it, but
Yeah.
I go forward once I realize it's safe.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So she walks over to the mouth of the alley, and she says to you, like she's not being like shady, like she's having a like full volume conversation, but she says, so what do you need? How much?
Well, forgive me for my ignorance, but how much does a typical user need for an evening or just say a day?
She kind of
How
like
many vials?
tips her head back. She's like, "Are you buying for yourself, or is this what a gift?"
I mean, I guess you could call it a gift, but yeah, I won't lie, I'm not buying it for myself. I have someone on my ship who we have to keep overnight, and I don't think they're gonna make it all the way through the night without their blue.
Okay. So she says, "Yeah, I can hook you up. We'll work something out." And she like basically the two of you talk a little bit, and she figures out what you need, and she sends somebody to like run back to the stash and comes back with with some like little like inhaler vials, and she gives them to you.
How much do I owe?
So how much do you want? Do you want enough to like get him through to tomorrow, or
I want to just buy like a day's worth, right?
Sure.
So
Okay.
I'm just gonna be like, here you go, or I've got this for you. What do you need tonight? I don't
Sure.
want to OD on
From
that shit.
her, yeah, from her, we'll say like 100 credits will cover it.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay, 100 credits. Um, okay, I guess I'm like, I don't suppose you mind answering one more, well, might be silly question, but if I walk away with this and I'm caught, what can happen to me on this planet?
She she shakes her head and she's like, "You? Nothing. Threat's all on me." I mean, she like looks around. She's like, "I gotta pay for protection. The I don't know where you're from, sweetheart, but this stuff, it's not illegal here. You just gotta kick back to the right people. It's not it's not the top shelf stuff. That's why it's so cheap. But it'll help your friend out tonight."
All right. Then I thank her, close the transaction. I kind of turn to Alfarius and say, I think we're good here, but I want to try one more thing. And I want to go back to the woman that we walked up to originally.
Okay. All right.
And just for my own curious self, I want to purge toxin and see if that like sobers her up.
Sure. Let's take a look at what Purge Toxin does.
So purge toxin says the psychic can force the elimination of a disease or poison from a target, and I have to assume that the drug is pretty much poison.
Well, that's judgmental of you.
Well, you know, I mean, this is my game interpretation.
I think you can purge the current like stuff in the system, but like
work
yeah,
on
you can't.
drugs, but not.
It'll work
not
on
withdrawal.
it'll work on the drugs, but not the addiction. Yeah.
Of course,
You can
right,
straighten
but-
her out
okay,
though. Like
so,
she's
I
high
mean,
as
that-
shit. And
Well, that was
you're
just
basically
my-
just gonna cut. You'll cut her high short.
I was gonna do it before the dealer walked up, but I just was more curious about. Okay, so it would, if someone was high as fuck, it would sober them up. But obviously, it's not gonna curb addiction. That's what I wanted to know. Great.
Perfect. Okay.
All right, let's go back to the Swan Song, Alfarius. I think we're done here.
Gives a nod, scans the room, kind of just like he's been doing.
Okay. So you head back to the Swan Song?
We do.
Okay, cool. So just looking at the time, do we want to keep going, do another thing, or are we good here? What do you think, JP?
I mean, I'd like to just do one quick thing in the room, and then that's it.
Perfect. Well, let's end on that then.
Okay.
So what is Higgs up to?
Maybe that's
like
what
pulling
Alfarius
wires.
thought was going to happen when he left the room. No, I think you come back into the room, however it transitions in, and Higgs is like pacing back and forth with a glass in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I would assume there's like some terminal monitor in there, or
Yeah, definitely.
computer or something like
yeah,
that?
You've got a computer that you can access.
Okay. Yeah, he's just pacing back and forth, and you see like in a message how the little bar is blinking next to the text.
Yeah, the cursor.
Yeah, and there's like a full message typed out. And there's like maybe a half. He's already drank like half a bottle of liquor or something. And then he just walks over to the computer and like presses enter,
Mm-hmm.
and then just turns the computer off and goes to sleep.
Okay.
I think that's where we'll
Cool.
end.
We
Alright.
don't know what you pressed enter to.
No, I'll tell Adam what I sent, but I'm not gonna tell you.
Wait, you were sending a message?
Yeah.
It looked like he was
long
like
one.
trying. It looks like he was trying to decide whether to send it or not, and then was like, "Fuck it," and sent the message, and then waved off the computer.
Yeah.
And then we cut to Alfarius, who goes, there's like a beep beep, and he checks his phone. It's a dick pic.
It's just a dick bud.
Yeah, it just says
Yeah, it's-
Alfarius, I love you. It's Higgs, just like
Subject
this.
line: Dick
What
science.
Yeah.
are these feelings?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, picture of CEO Dick Science, and then it's just.
That's what it was.
Dick.
Yeah.
Dick Science. That's it. All right, let's do some shout outs here. Wheat, why don't you start us off?
So it just so happens that I have created my character in Fallout 4 to the likeness of Peony Pig.
Nice.
And yeah, so I've been playing Fallout 4 over the next few days, along with some Overwatch. It's nice to be back and actually streaming again. So thank you guys for watching. Love Swan Song as always. It's been a blast, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time. Did you make your male character look like you? Is that what it was?
Well, we were fucking around with it, and basically I was just like, okay, now I want to just play. So it like kind of looked like me, but not really. And yeah, there you go.
There you go. Steven, do
Someone-
some shout outs.
I-
Oh, hold on. What?
No, I was just gonna say someone was saying that like they apparently went ham and made like perfect representations of many of the roleplay casts,
Nice.
but I didn't.
That's
see it.
awesome.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I saw the one in
Haven't
Beavis
seen
and
that.
Butthead. That was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huge fan of that one. And then I saw John Cena as well. That was good. It was good. All right.
John Cena.
Yeah. Did you see the first mod released? I think it was the first mod released for Fallout 4 was to change the level up noise to the John Cena meme.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Did
Yes. The first mod for Fallout 4.
Did
Of
you
course.
see the Did you see
Great.
the mod for Skyrim that turned Alduin into like a freaky limbed Randy Savage?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Skyrim's got some good mods for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
All
sure.
the spiders get turned into Spider-Man. Those ones, yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
I like the interview with John Cena where he says, I saw a video of myself and I was really excited. And I opened it up and it's that fucking John Cena meme.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw that as well. That was good. All right, Steven, do some shout outs.
Hello everybody. Thank you. Happy to be back on some Swan Song. Excited to return. You can find me around the internet at Silent Osiris, which is a great thing for you to do because I stream a bunch these days. Not full time or anything, but you can usually find me on lines around 3 to 5 times a week, including making games online. So if you're curious about game development in Unity, then you should definitely check my stream out. I've also been playing some Hawken recently, which is actually a shit ton of fun. I'm having
Nice.
so much fun with that game. Like, holy crap. Because I'm not in Overwatch. And I think that's about it. So I think I'll see you again pretty soon.
You should join the Overwatch subreddit. I think it's exclusively made for people that don't have Overwatch.
It's
It
made
is,
for
yeah.
being
Yeah, the-
salty about not having Overwatch.
The Overwatch subreddit or the chat of anyone who's streaming Overwatch.
Yes,
Yeah, either of
yeah,
those
exactly.
is perfect
Yeah.
for you to go to.
My favorite thing to do when I stream Overwatch is to change the name of the stream to Only Watch, and then it really pisses them off.
Oh
That's
my
good. I
God.
like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Only
That's
watch. That's
Solid
great.
and
fantastic.
cruel.
It's good. It's good. And then I talk about how only mods and streamers get into it because almost every mod of every big streamer out there has, or at least one mod has access to it. I think that's fucking hilarious. So, anyways, Geoff, do some shout-outs.
Damn, I'm still reeling from that reckoning. Good to be back. You know, I like episodes like this just because I think if every episode is a crazy we're about to die mission episode, I think the show loses those emotional peaks, which I really enjoy. So thank you, Adam, for the boring episode. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm just kidding.
You know, Geoff.
I'm just kidding.
I
No, I was being serious. I really do enjoy the ups and downs of the show. It's fun. I will be on Dropped Frames tomorrow at noon, which is really fun and exciting. And big, thank you, JP, for inviting me, and look forward to talking about streaming and games and stuff like that. And I really enjoy talking about more than just StarCraft, whether people believe that or not. They're about to find out, I guess. And then this weekend, I'm going to be on that Archon show match thing on Sunday. That WellPlayed's putting on and Twitch is promoting, StarCraft is promoting, so just check it out. I thought I was gonna be with Huck. That was the bait and switch. They're like, yeah, you and Huck should be easy money. I was like, cool. And then I find out that I'm actually being voted in to be paired with somebody. I'm like, oh, all right, okay. So we'll see how that goes. And I'm just, like I said earlier, I'm home. No big trips planned for a while now. I'm doing a cool project with Twitch, somewhere around Thanksgiving, which is yet to be announced. And then other than that, I'll be streaming a whole bunch. So make sure and check out the stream. And that's about it. Thank you all.
There you go. What Geoff doesn't know is that he's literally coming on Dropped Frames to talk about Legacy of the Void tomorrow. So.
All right.
So tune in to that, as he said, 12 o'clock PST or 3 o'clock Eastern. Last but not least, do what?
Well, it's like the Ant-Man scene where he's like, I'll never steal again. He's like, what do you want me to do? He's like, I want you to break in and steal shit.
Yeah.
Is that movie out on Blu-ray or DVD yet?
I think so.
Next week, I think.
Next week. I want to watch that. I really like that movie.
Or it comes out digitally this week or digitally next week and then after that.
Gotcha. Last but not least, Adam, I sent you the message that I sent on Skype.
I saw it. I'm excited.
Okay.
It's gonna be good.
Cool. Do some shout
fuck both of you, by the
will.
way. Just saying.
So yeah, like seemingly everybody else on Earth, I've been playing Fallout and Overwatch. So you can watch me do that, twitch.tv, Adam Koebel. I'm also going to a Vancouver Twitch meetup thing this weekend on Sunday night, so I might host that. I know they have a stream that'll be up, so if you want to check out some of my local streamers, you can do that on the weekend, Sunday evening. And I will I'll tweet about the details of that and every other stream thing ever over at Skinny Ghost on Twitter. I thought it was really great. I haven't had a chance to talk to you about this yet, JP, but the announcement of the announcement, just watching people lose their shit after Mirror Shades was so good.
Oh, yeah, it was fun.
Made me so happy.
We've confirmed 2 of the people on that show.
Excellent. Nice.
Yeah.
So we'll just keep teasing that till it happens.
And then we've confirmed...
Let's round it out, guys. I accept the invitation.
And then we've confirmed all the guests for Steven's made RPG as well. We just got to figure out a time for that.
Awesome.
I can't. It's, oh my god. I can't wait.
Yeah, Steven knows the guest for that.
Yeah.
Besides Dodger.
Yep.
Yeah. So, for no reason whatsoever, I've just been reading about and thinking about Star Wars and stuff lately. So whatever.
It's true. It's
Well, you and everybody else.
Right, exactly. When is it? That's the 17th is when the movie comes out, right?
So soon.
18th, I believe.
I got to buy tickets home.
But I
for
mean,
that.
it's I think it's out I don't know.
Yesterday, Emily came home from work and was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I was sitting on the couch reading about Star Wars on my iPad, listening to the Empire Strikes Back soundtrack, and she's like, "You fucking nerd, Jesus Christ!"
Well,
Can't help myself.
There you go.
Is that when she first realized? Because then you might.
Yeah, no, I think it was just reaffirming that this is a thing that is true.
There you go. All right. Well, I'm losing my voice, so let's get the fuck out of here. We'll see you guys. I think we're all good for next Wednesday, but we'll confirm and I'll get it up on the site and everything like that. So we'll see you guys later. Thanks everyone for watching. Swan Song, we're out. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.
Peace.
Peace out.